Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I just hit 1,000 subscribers and I am so honored and humbled to be filming for you guys. So I just want to say thank you. So in this video, we are going to be covering 10 tips to become a magnet for gentlemen. Now, this might sound a little bit cheesy, but the truth of the matter is there are some women who continuously tend to attract high quality men into their lives. And it's not just luck, it's not just fate. These women are actually doing things differently from the average Jane. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing how I became a magnet for gentlemen, and I'm going to also be sharing 10 tips for you guys so you can implement this into your life as well. Number 1, cancel out all the old flings and losers from your life. This may sound super basic. We've all heard it before. If it didn't work out in the past, why are you still talking to this guy? Why are you still entertaining this guy? But the majority of women still continue to talk to their exes, to old hookup buddies, to, old guys in their life who never really served a quality purpose. This needs to end now, today. Go out, get your phone, block those guys, delete them from your social media accounts. It might seem like a stretch, like why do I need to delete them, from my social media or block them from my phone? The truth is these guys are going to continue to show up. And it's because they have realized that you are someone that they can continuously run back to. You are someone that they can fall back on. You're plan B or C for them. Until you permanently delete them from your life, they're going to continue showing up and wreaking havoc on your life. The worst thing that can happen is you actually meet a good man, a quality man, and then in the midst of you building a new relationship, someone from your past can just show up and tarnish that new partnership. So just do yourself a favor and delete, block, do what you have to do to remove these guys from your life. Number 2, be extremely choosy with who you go out with and where. I'm talking about even with your friends, even with your family. Start to truly elevate your environment. So choose nicer restaurants. If you're going on a vacation, choose a nice hotel. The whole point is to surround yourself with high quality people because that's going to be elevating your energy. And also that's going to put you in the same place as potential gentlemen. So you always want to be putting yourself out there, and that doesn't mean being racy or flashy or, getting on Tinder, but what it means is actually going out into the real world and meeting people face to face. I know I'm a huge proponent of online dating, and I am someone who's basically been online dating, since I was 18, but that doesn't mean that I'm closed off to meeting people in real life. When you're single, when you are looking, when you are ready for a high quality gentleman in your life, you want to be going out, and you don't want to be going out to the old pool table bars, to, those dive bars. You don't want to be going out to the basic chain restaurants like Yard House. Don't get me wrong, Yard House is fun every now and then, but if you really want to meet a gentleman face to face in real life, then you should probably be going to steakhouses. You should probably be going and sitting at the bar of a nice 5-star hotel. You should probably be in a high quality environment because that's where you are going to potentially attract a gentleman into your life. So tip number 2 is all about being choosy with your surroundings. This includes your friends. So you also want to evaluate your friend group. Are you the best of the bunch? You always want to have at least a few people in your circle who are doing better than you, who are, potentially engaged or married, and who also have a network that can help you out when it comes to making connections, when it comes to career opportunities, when it comes to meeting someone. So it's really important to kind of analyze who we're spending our time with and adjust, because a lot of the times we're kind of stuck at the same level because we've been hanging out with the same friends from middle school or high school. We're, still going out to the same old bars that we've been going to for the past 5-10 years. So until you really do something different, you're not going to see different results. Number 3, invest in your wardrobe and your appearance. Especially with my ladies watching, you guys are automatically gonna think, oh my God, I need to get fillers, I need to get Botox, I need a cosmetic procedure. And let me just put a disclaimer that is not where I am heading with this. I personally have never done any sort of cosmetic procedures. That doesn't mean I'm against them, but in this day and age, I feel like a lot of people are doing these cosmetic procedures because they want to please the masses, because they want to take better Instagram photos, because they think that's what high quality men want. Well, let me give you a little bit of a heads up. Most men don't like fake things. They don't like, fake body parts. They don't really like a very botched up face. Many men tend to marry the girl next door, the girl who's pretty simple and beautiful but natural. So keep in mind that anytime you're going to invest in your appearance, especially when it comes to making a permanent change, make sure that you're doing it for yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are just doing it to keep up with the Kardashians and to keep up with, all of these women online who look amazing, right? They have these like beautiful figures, but the truth is it's not real. And it's unhealthy to think that that's the new beauty standard, because it's not. And the truth is, beauty standards continue to change. You don't want to be that girl who's just altering her body because you want to keep up with the new trend, you want to keep up with the new look. You should always stay true to yourself and kind of look inward and think, is this really going to make me happy? Is this going to make me more confident? Or am I doing it for other people? Am I doing it because I think it's going to make me look more attractive to others? It's okay to invest in your appearance, but just make sure you're doing it for you. Make sure that whatever change you're doing is for your best interest and that it's truly going to boost your confidence. When I say invest in your wardrobe and your appearance, I'm talking about, beauty products. I'm talking about checking, what skincare is the best, what kind of skin type do I have, what makeup, complements my bone structure. I'm talking about those sorts of things. And especially with your wardrobe, ladies, you can really, really look lavish and luxurious on a budget. Shopping at stores like Zara or Aritzia, Irene's Story, you can really look beautiful with still sticking to a budget. So definitely try to stay away from those overhyped online stores such as Fashion Nova. That is just way too basic. Every girl has a Fashion Nova outfit. I personally have never shopped from there. I don't recommend stores like that, such as Forever 21 or Fashion Nova, those fast fashion stores that are just basically selling leggings and two-piece sets. You want to create a brand image for yourself. When it comes to your wardrobe on a first date, I do have a video where I talk about what not to wear on a first date. So if you want a little bit of guidance, I will link that video up above. Also, when I say invest in yourself, this includes education. So invest in new courses, invest in new classes, invest in a mentorship. Invest in reading new books, because this is going to help you develop. This is going to elevate you as a woman, and it's definitely going to make you a magnet for gentlemen. So number 4 is about setting clear boundaries and standards about what you will tolerate. So having boundaries and standards is very attractive. It's very sexy. It shows that a woman is confident. It shows that a woman knows herself, right? She's not weak. She's not naive. She's not vulnerable. She's not just going to tolerate any games or stick around with, a loser who's not really progressing or improving her life or adding to her life, right? So we want to set very clear standards and boundaries. This is pretty simple. It's all about putting your foot down. If a man does something that you're uncomfortable with, speak up immediately. We have this really hard time as women speaking up because we don't want to seem, like the B word. We don't want to seem too needy. We don't want to seem... There's just so much surrounding our self-image, and I feel like as women, we are very hard on ourselves and we're very choosy with how we portray ourselves. But when it comes to standards and boundaries, this is something you cannot skip over. This is something you cannot say, oh, I'll let it slide, maybe next time I'll bring it up. You need to be very firm. So, for instance, I remember there was a time where a man took me out and he picked me up and he was, telling me, oh, we're going to go to this place. I think you're going to love it, blah, 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 blah. So we get there and they tell us, oh, we're actually closing in 10 minutes. There's no way you can get a table. And obviously, I was like, what is going on? Like, this guy was talking up this place as if, he had made reservations, as if he had called ahead, as if he had made a plan when truly he had not. So I simply said, next time you decide to take me out, make sure to get some reservations. Make sure that you actually have a plan, so that way we're not stuck in these sorts of situations. Obviously, a weak man, a man who is not masculine and not sure of himself, will be super offended by this and will probably, be super defensive. But a true man is going to say, yeah, next time I am going to do that. Like, you're right. So I think as women, we need to speak up. We need to help men become better. And it only works if we are going to step up and hold them accountable. Another thing that a lot of guys do is messaging us late at night. There's a lot of guys out there who, want to send you a late night text, a late night message, wants to make plans last minute, which is a booty call. And I am so quick to tell these guys, I don't feel comfortable with you texting me or calling me late at night. Next time, let me know ahead of time. I'm not someone who's just available on a last minute's notice. We as women, we need to be very, very selective with our time. When a man texts us late at night, that means he does not respect our time. He does not respect our responsibilities, he doesn't respect that we need to wake up early the next morning and that, we have a schedule, we have important things to accomplish. So really put your foot down, ladies. I know it can be a little bit terrifying at first, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to become and the more easy it is for you to speak up in the future. Just keep in mind that when you set clear standards and boundaries, a lot of men are going to run away. This is a known fact. A lot of men are probably not going to be okay with that. They're going to think, oh, this woman is too pushy. She's controlling. She's whatever. Let them label you, because you are doing yourself a favor. When men run away, when men are scared because we're comfortable in our own skin, that makes room for the true gentlemen who know how to treat a lady, who are willing to hear you out, who don't think that you're asking for too much or being too needy because they want to step up to the plate and be that gentleman for you. So just keep in mind that when you're doing these tips, you are going to lose out on a lot of the guys out there. But those are the basic average guys. The real true gentlemen are going to stick around because they realize that you're a gem and you're not just any girl willing to put up with low-level behavior. You are a high-quality woman and you expect the best, so you will get the best. You just need to be patient, and it's okay for guys to go running, for guys to ghost you, for guys to, be defensive. That's okay, because you're sifting through the potential guys out there, and you are, you're getting closer and closer to meeting the right one. Number 5 is to join elite dating apps. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because I have dozens of videos on dating apps, on my favorite elite dating apps. So definitely check those out, because that is a wonderful way to meet men, especially if you're busy, especially if you don't have time to really get out there and go and socialize and do the in-person thing. There's nothing wrong with online dating. I know there's kind of like bad stigma around it, but the truth is everything is becoming more digital, and you should utilize this to your advantage and join some elite dating apps. Number 6 is going to be a controversial one. I understand that, but that's okay, because this is my opinion and these are my tips. So if you don't agree with it, that's completely fine. But I believe that if you are single, you should be dating multiple men to compare your options and to see what's out there. Men do this all the time. Men date multiple women all the time when they're single, and it's completely fine. But when a woman does it, oh my God, it's like the end of the world. You should be dating multiple men if you are single. Now, this doesn't mean that you should be doing that if you have, gotten to the stage in your relationship when you guys are boyfriend, girlfriend, when you guys are in an actual partnership, and not until an actual conversation has been had. A lot of girls will come to me and ask me, I've been dating this guy, we've went on a few dates, like, should I be dating other guys? Unless the guy has literally sat you down and said, hey, you're my girlfriend, from this point forward, we are going to be loyal to one another, and you guys actually have that dialogue, assume that you are single, because that's the same exact thing that the guy is going to be doing. So I believe it's in your best interest to be dating multiple guys at once while you're single, to get as many options as you can to compare and see what's out there. This is going to help you figure out what's best for you, right? What are things that you're looking for? What are things that you don't really like? This is really going to help you develop, and it's going to help you figure out which one is a keeper. Number 7 is to clearly state what you're looking for and don't shy away from it. So this means that if you are creating a dating profile, don't be shy to write, I'm looking for a lifelong partnership. I'm looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for the future father of my children. A lot of women feel that, oh my God, that's doing too much. Guys are going to think that I'm like in over my head and I want to move fast. No. The wrong guys are going to think that. The ones who aren't ready to fulfill your needs are going to think that. But the right man is going to respect your honesty, and he is going to honor you for knowing what you want, first off, right? Because a lot of us don't even know what we're looking for. So the fact that you know what you're looking for and that you are willing to share that with the world already says a lot about your character. This also means that if you go on a date and, a man asks you, are you looking to settle down? What are you looking for? Be honest. Even if it's, I'm not really ready. I just kind of want to date around and see what's out there and have fun. If that's really what you're looking for, then be honest about it, because the worst thing that can happen is, you say, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship, and, the guy is thinking something, you're thinking something completely different, and then you guys are not on the same page. So just make sure that you don't shy away from what it is that you're looking for, and that you clearly state that, because then you're going to be a magnet for men who are looking for the same things as you. Number 8, put your foot down when someone does not treat you right. This goes hand in hand with having standards and boundaries, but it's a level above that, because we can have a certain standard and a certain boundary, but if we don't actually execute on that, and if we don't actually stay true to that, then we are going to have problems. So if someone does not treat you right, you better put your foot down and make it clear that this is something that you're not willing to tolerate moving forward. For example, if a man stands you up for a date, you should clearly let him know this is not something that is going to be okay for the future. It's up to you if you want to give him a second chance. I mean, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and sometimes things do come up. But I would say 2 is the limit. Like 3 is pushing it. You should not give someone 3 chances to hurt you or to step past your boundary. So I would just be very firm when someone does not treat you right, if they raise their voice at you, if they cuss at you, if they say something that's sexually inappropriate. These are times when you want to clearly say, I'm not okay with this. And if you say those things or do that again, then I'm not going to be speaking to you any longer. So be firm and hold men accountable, because this is how you're going to become a magnet for a gentleman who is not going to be doing things that make you feel wrong or make you feel bad, right? A true gentleman is not going to want to hurt you. Stick to your word and be firm when someone steps across your boundaries. Number 9, do not let him meet your close friends or family until you are official. This one might be a little bit controversial, because I know a lot of people want their friends and family to meet this potential person because they want their input. They want their family and friends to kind of weigh in on, hey, do you think this is the right guy for me? Do you think that he's a match for me? And while I agree with those things, I don't agree with them fully, because I think as adults, we should be bold enough and strong enough to be able to identify who is right for us and who is wrong. If you really do need your friend or family's second opinion, then that probably means the person is not the one for you. So really stick to your gut, stick to your intuition, because I personally hold my friends and family in a very sacred place in my life. They're not people that I just share with anyone. And I know when I was younger, I would bring around, guys who I just liked or something like that in front of my sister or my mom or my friends. And then later on, I regretted it because I had not yet figured out if this person was for me. And then I'm bringing them into my social circle and into my tight-knit circle of friends and family. And then that's also going to be causing friction and tension and things that are unnecessary. So the best thing that you can do is assess this person for yourself. Date them, just you and them, right? Don't be inviting them to your friend's birthday party and your cousin's, graduation. Just keep it private for some time, because you want to, first off, you want to develop the relationship. You want to develop this friendship, I should say, with this person without having this outside interference. So just as a rule of thumb, make sure to kind of keep this person private for some time, really get to know them first. And until you guys are really taking steps towards that next level, that would be an appropriate time to invite them to meet your friends and your family. Last but not least is tip number 10. And this is let him earn your time. So there are only a limited amount of hours in each day. And as you guys know, time is the new wealth. If you have time, you basically have freedom. And time should be used very preciously. Time should be used very selectively. And when we just throw all of our time into a new person that we just met, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment, for failure, for destruction, basically. Because we've all heard the tale of, we went out on a date, we fell in love, we moved in, and then we broke up. right? And it's because you moved too fast, you moved too quickly, you went head over heels, you weren't thinking straight, and you let go of everything. Your responsibilities, your work became a second priority, your friends and family were pushed to the side, and this is completely wrong. We need to hold ourselves back. Like, even if we go on an amazing date and we really like someone and the next day they're already asking to see us, we should let them know we're available on this day at this time, and that's it. It doesn't matter if you have the whole week open. Do not let anyone take control of your time and dominate your schedule, especially when you are first meeting someone, especially when you're just getting to know someone. It looks really bad. It looks like you don't value your time. It looks like you have nothing better to do. And I know that this might be reading too deep into it. A lot of you guys might think, oh, that's not right. Like, what if I met him on a Friday and I have the weekend off? Like, why not see him Saturday and Sunday? But that shows that you didn't really have any other plans. You didn't have anything else going for yourself. And that's never a good place to be in. When you meet someone, you want to join this person as a full human being. Someone who has friends, someone who has, a close family, someone who has hobbies and interests and a career and an identity. Because as soon as you just give everything up, and time has a lot to do with that, because how we spend our time is basically, that defines who we are. So if we just give up all our time to this new person, then it shows that we weren't really a full person. We were just half of a person, and we were looking for our other half, right? We weren't really looking to come into this union as a full person, as a full human with all of these things going for ourselves. So especially as women, I think we tend to get tied up so quickly when we are interested in someone, and then we lose ourselves. We kind of lose our sense of touch with reality, to be honest. And we put all of our needs to the side and we just cater to that person, and we stop hanging out with our friends, and we stop going to family dinners. And this is truly unhealthy. I think that time should be given very selectively. And I think that someone should earn your time. If you went out with them on Friday night, wait a few days, wait a week, see if they're still pursuing you, see if they're still talking to you and wanting to get to know you. And then you can start giving out your time more freely. But I think you should definitely be very selective, especially in the beginning phases. So that wraps up this video, 10 tips on how to become a magnet for gentlemen. Let me tell you, ladies, I have learned so much, and I'm still learning. I'm constantly evolving. And I think that especially when we're growing up and we're still vulnerable and we're still naive, a lot of these things don't make sense yet. Like having standards and being firm when someone, says something that we don't like. Or stating what we're looking for. All of these things are like, that's not really important. Even like blocking or deleting exes from our life, that might seem like not a big deal. But as you get older and as you're truly ready to meet the love of your life, your future husband, the person that is going to be with you on this journey, you are going to start realizing how important these things are, and you are going to really start realizing like, wow, no wonder why all these past situations did not work. It was because I was not doing these things to really value myself. And until we truly value ourselves and honor ourselves and put ourselves first, we're never going to meet a high quality man. We're never going to meet a gentleman. So just keep that in mind, ladies. None of this is to be a certain way. This is to really attract the man who is meant for you, who is willing to become better for you. And that is what we're looking for. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like the video if you liked it. Comment down below any future video ideas or maybe some tips that you guys have for attracting gentlemen. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.